So we know that Prodigy is getting a story revamp. The quests of Firefly Forest seem to have been completely updated to contain a whole new story, and we can safely assume that Shiverchill Mountains is going to be the next one to get updated. So what are those quests going to be? I have a story that I have created and I would like to share with you all, and I would like to hear your thoughts on whether it would be a good story to have in Shiverchill Mountains or not. Remember that this is kind of just a draft or a prototype. This does not have to be the full story. This is just a proposal for how the story might go and just how I think it should go. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to assume that you know the full story of Shiverchill Mountains as it is right now. So I'm not going to describe that. I'm just going to go straight into my new story. And I also am going to assume that you know what the quests in Firefly Forest, the updated quests are for there and how they affected Shiverchill Mountains. So as you know from the end of the quests in Firefly Forest, the wizard enters Shiverchill Mountains and Bok congratulates the wizard on their achievements in Firefly Forest. Bok then tells the wizard to go to the furnace room, but when the wizard goes to the furnace room, there is an ice creator there that is a higher level than the wizard, and it is guarding the furnaces. This is going to be like the Infernewt in Firefly Forest. It's going to have like a battle marker, and it's just going to be there guarding, and you cannot battle it. Bok says you need to be stronger in order to fight it. So then Bok tells you to go get the first power crystal, which you can get by battling the 2 Rukuses in the treasure room. In the treasure room, there is usually blocks of ice blocking off the shortcut entrance, but this time there is going to be snowstorm shadow magic like we saw in the Firefly Forest quests. Bok tells the wizard to go ahead and move on to the next area, but then you experience the rumbling from the Ice Wyrm, and this time you actually have to battle the Ice Wyrm, which is under the Puppet Master's control, just like Gerald was in Firefly Forest. Defeating the Ice Wyrm causes the shadow magic snowstorm to disappear, and the wizard can now take that path whenever they feel like it. The Ice Wyrm happens to drop the second power crystal during this battle. Then the wizard is going to find a crate buried in a snowstorm in the area that you usually find the miner in. That miner is no longer going to be there. Bok says that you need to get a shovel so that you can clear the snow away, and the wizard goes to the green chest and receives the spoon, which is switched with the shovel as it is in the usual quests. And then you go back up with the shovel and you clear away the snow, and the crate is going to give you the 3rd power crystal. You only need 1 more to light all 4 furnaces, which is different from the usual quests because you only need to light 3 of them in the usual quests, but this time you would need to light all 4. And doing this also clears away more of the shadow magic snowstorm, and Bok is going to send the wizard to the throne room to go find Ada. Ada, if you remember, is the Ice Warden that used to be found in the Ice Tower, no longer because the Ice Tower is closed, but Ada is going to be there like Florian was in Firefly Forest. On the way to the throne room, the wizard is going to encounter the Puppet Master and Pippet. This already happens. Prodigy has already made this quest update, and the Puppet Master is going to make you battle Pippet and 2 crystal monsters. Once you have finished, you continue to the throne room, and you find that Ada is being held hostage by the Squally trio that had previously been guarding the miner. So you then battle the Squally trio and you rescue Ada, and then Ada provides the 4th power crystal, which she found in the throne room. Ada is then going to take the wizard to that last area after the throne room, and there's going to be an Ashlet there that can be rescued because the player needs a fire pet for some of the ice battles in Shiverchill Mountains. We then go back to the common room, and Bok and Ada go with the wizard to the furnace room. The wizard uses that new Ashlet and defeats the ice creator mini-boss that is guarding the furnaces, and they are now free to be lit. Bok, Ada, Noot, and the wizard lay out the power crystals, but the Ice Wyrm comes and steals them. Bok then tells the wizard to collect the regular crystals, which the wizard finds around the mountain leading to the throne room. The wizard then lays out the crystals around at the throne room, and this lures the Ice Wyrm out, and the Ice Wyrm is still under the Puppet Master's control, and this took place while the snowstorms were blocking all entrances to Shiverchill Mountains. The fight plays out, and the wizard wins, and this breaks the Puppet Master's spell on the Ice Wyrm. The wizard then receives the Shivertusk Mask, the Snow Puppy, and the Snowflake Rug, or replaced with other rewards. It does not really matter that much. The Ice Wyrm then expresses its gratitude through Ada, who can understand it, and Bok gives the wizard the Shiverchill Gem, saying that the wizard is now one step closer to defeating the Puppet Master, and they need to go place the keystone in the academy. Ada then tells the wizard that Slurpy in Bonfire Spire has sent her a message to send the wizard there because Slurpy needs help. They then part ways, and the wizard moves on to Bonfire Spire. So that is my proposal for the story of Shiverchill Mountains. I used kind of a basic formula that they used for the Firefly Forest quests. I included the warden of the area, and I also included the boss battle giving some rewards and being able to talk as well. And I just also used a couple of other things, but I made it unique. I believe I made it pretty unique, and I think that this is a good story to have in Shiverchill Mountains. Remember that it is just a draft, a prototype. Prodigy could alter it in any way. They might not use this story at all, because we don't know what their plan is. They might already have something planned out. We just don't know. But what do you think about my story proposal for the quests of Shiverchill Mountains? Let me know in the comments.